Hello, this is Lizzie Lee, and welcome to Simply Tarot, where I give intuitive advice to empower your life. This is a pick your card reading where we'll see what good qualities or traits do you have that makes you attractive. As always, these are cards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Please look at the card or the crystal to determine which message is meant for you. The timestamps are in the description area below for your convenience, and we'll start with cards 1. If you pick cards 1, let's see what qualities you have that make you attractive. Alright, you have ground, stay connected to the source, thinker, and heightened vitality. Now let's make sure you can see the cards. Okay, with these cards, I am picking up that your sense of well-being, who you are, the way you think, the things you believe, and what you have faith in is what makes you attractive. You have a great mind. You have lots of interesting ideas that attract people that want to hear your story. You have a lot of great stories to tell. You lived through a lot in your life that you learn from and that makes you who you are today, and that gives you the stories that you have. And a lot of people are interested in that. People who are attracted to you, even in a romantic sense, seem to want to know more about your life and your past and where you come from and what you believe and why you believe what you believe and your opinions and your knowledge and what you've got going on inside that mind of yours. You may be a spiritual person. You may even be able to connect with the spiritual realms. You may have stories of being visited by ghosts or angels or spirits or even extraterrestrials. I mean, you have all this energy that kind of attracts mysticism, mystery, that sort of thing. That's what I'm getting from these cards. It's all about your mind, that's what makes you beautiful. That's what makes you highly attractive. That mind of yours, that the ideas, the stories you tell, the things you say and the reasons why you say them, your opinions and that sort of thing. That's very colorful. Your mind and your imagination, All right, let's move on to the next cards. All right. If you pick cards 2, let's see what about you makes you attractive. All right. We have humble, time for a nap, and assurance. Now, what I'm getting from these cards is that you're mostly the laid-back type of person who don't like to brag too much. You have a lot of achievements under your belt. You have a lot of successes. You have a lot that makes you an attractive person on the outside, but you like to focus on what goes on the inside. You know what I mean? You're not too flashy. You're not too boisterous or blunt or out there with your achievements and with who you are. You might even be a person who don't like flashy clothes, who don't like a lot of jewelry, or who don't like a lot of makeup, or a lot of bright colors or bright clothing, or the center of attention. You might even consider yourself somewhat of an introvert, Maybe you are a little bit reclusive at times or come off to other people as shy. The whole thing is that you keep to yourself and you keep what makes you so special humble. You have humility. You know what I mean? You're not out there flashing and being in the limelight and being in the camera and being the center of attention. You kind of like being laid back and, keep to yourself. And that kind of energy attracts a lot of people because you're not the one to be in the limelight. You kind of are the light, you beam with this light that kind of attracts others, especially when they're coming from something that's dark. They see you, they're guided to you, and they want to know what you're all about. They want to know your story. They want to know where you came from and how you've got your successes. And they want to know more of your secrets and more of the things that you don't reveal. That's what attracts people to you, is that mystery about you. You know, you're very mysterious and you have this shining, glowing aura that you even try to dim down so you don't be the center of attention. But at times, that is what makes you highly attractive. You know what I mean? You have a high sense of self-assurance. You have high confidence and you have high self-esteem, but you don't let it be known. Like, you keep that in. You hold it in your heart, which makes you a great person and makes you be able to grow and learn and give assurance and love to other people. But you're not one to show off. You know what I mean? You're not overconfident or that sort of thing. And that's what makes people attractive to you. All right, let's move on. Moving on to card 3. If you pick cards 3, let's see what good qualities you have that makes you attractive. All right, we have heal, by the book, and adventure. Okay, so what I'm getting with these cards is a couple things. You might be someone who is adventurous. You might like a sense of adventure, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're one who likes to travel or likes to go out and actually explore and, you know, be out in nature, that sort of thing. If you are, that's great. That's part of what people are attracted to. But you could also be a person who likes adventure as in books, as in escapism, as in imagination, that sort of thing. And I'm getting a lot of that here too. You also have a big heart. When people are in your presence, they kind of feel better about themselves by living through you, by living vicariously through you and hearing your stories, hearing your tales, hearing about your adventures, hearing about what you know, the knowledge you've gained while traveling, while connecting with people who are different than you, different cultures or different places, that sort of thing. And they kind of feel a sense of connection to you because of what you've been through throughout your life, because of your empathy, because of you being able to connect with so many people on so many different levels, because of that sense of adventure you have, how you're so open, how you're willing to communicate and open yourself up to others and be expressive and be honest, you know? And speaking of honesty, you do like to do things by the book. You may not be one to break so many rules. That may be a facade you put on, like you're the rebel and you break rules and you make your own rules and you have your own set of rules you live by. That may be something you give off to others, but that's not how you truly are inside. When it comes to right and wrong and values and morality, you kind of do things by the book. You have a sense of justice inside. You have a sense of morality. You have compassion. You have empathy. On the outside, you may not seem like a person who is vulnerable to those feelings and emotions. It could be a defense mechanism, but on the inside and who you truly are is that compassionate person. And a lot of people, they may first be attracted to the flashy, to the outside, to the superficial, to what you give off, you know, what you portray, what you want to give to the world, to the public. But then once they get to come into your circle and get to know you and get to talk with you, speak with you, they'll see that nurturing, healing, compassionate side of you that kind of keeps them attracted to you and keeps them attached to you. So in other words, you reel them in with all that fun adventure and all the flashy and all the bling, that sort of thing. But then once they're in there, they stay because of your heart, you know, that ability to make them feel better about themselves and that ability to be compassionate and vulnerable when needed. So that's beautiful. That's definitely beautiful. Okay, let's move on to the next deck. All right. If you pick cards 4, let's see what good qualities you have that makes you attractive. All right, we have persevere, not for you, and higher ground. So what I'm getting with these cards is that you're a very strong person. You're very ambitious. You have a lot of this energy that makes you go after what it is you want. And you could see the finish line from wherever you are on your journey. You know what you want and you go after it. You know what I mean? I'm feeling cougar energy here. Like, you know exactly what you want. That energy, that fiery, passionate, feline type energy, you go after it. Nothing stops you. You go for what you want. And the higher ground card gives me a sense of being able to see whatever it is you want from that higher perspective. You could see the finish line. You could see the paths you want to take. You could see people and their intentions. And you're very observant. And you could see that your imagination and your intuition is so on point that you could see things before they even happen. You know about people and their true intentions before they're even revealed. And this is what attracts people to you. This is what makes you so attractive, is your energy, your fiery, passionate energy of being ambitious, of persevering no matter what you're going through, especially if you're in a negative situation. You know when something's not for you, and you know how to move past that. You know how to get that out of your life, how to clear that from your life, how to clear that energy from your life, and keep going, keep moving on. Nothing will ever get in your way. The obstacles that are placed on your path, you move right past them. They may slow you down, you know what I mean? They may make you stumble at certain times, but they will never stop you. And you understand that, and that's what makes you so beautiful. That's what makes people like want to be in your space, in your circle, next to you, beside you, behind you, and in your aura, in that energy that you give off. You are definitely someone who will never take no for an answer. You will always fight for what you know you want. You will always fight for what you know is right. You always will stand up for injustices. You always will speak your mind. You will open your heart to anyone who deserves it. You know, you're that kind of a person because you see the truth. You see things from a higher ground. You can see, you know, your perspective of anything and everything is like eagle-eyed, hawk-eyed. You know what I mean? And then your perspective on your past and where you come from is 20/20. You are able to observe something with detail, and it gets you ahead, and people love that about you. You know, people are attracted to that, definitely. All right, let's move on. Let's go to cards 5. If you pick cards 5, let's see what good qualities you have that makes you attractive. All right, you have connect, mending, and show your support. So this is definitely a great deck to have picked. You connect with people on a deep emotional level. You connect with others so strong that you could actually help them heal themselves. You actually heal others through your words, through your actions, through your intentions. You are very supportive of others. You are very supportive even when it comes to romantic relationships or familial relationships with family, with relatives, siblings, and the like. You show your support so much that you are somewhat like a mother or father figure to others. You are somewhat like a nurse or a doctor or a counselor to others because you help heal with the support you give in whatever fashion you give it, through your hands, through your mind, through your heart, with your hugs, with your words, with your voice, with your intentions. No matter what it is, you connect with people on this deep soul level that makes them feel their best, that makes them feel better about their situations. And you are very supportive of people and their direction. You're supportive of people and their endeavors. You're supportive of people and their love life, no matter what walks of life they come from, no matter what paths they trudged through, no matter where they came from, no matter where they're going, no matter who they are. You could find something good in this person or in these people, and they love you for that. They love you for you allowing them to be themselves, you know, supporting their every move. You are like that type of friend I think a lot of people want and need in their life. I do feel like not only connecting with people, you mend people, you bring people together in all forms of the word. You bring people together. You could bring together a person who was looking for another person and needed that person in their life to feel complete. Or you could bring together a person who has fallen apart, who feels like their life has fallen apart. You could mend that. You know what I mean? You bring people together. You connect. You support. You hold up. You hold in. You hold together. That is what makes you beautiful. That's what people are connecting with. That's what people are attracted to about you. That's why they come into your life and don't want to let go. You know, they come in and they don't want to leave because you make them feel whole. That's a beautiful ability to have. So be proud of yourself. You are doing amazing work being yourself, definitely. All right, let's move on to the final cards. If you pick card 6, let's see what good qualities you have that make you so attractive. All right, you have Conquer, Serendipity, and the Big Picture. Now, surprisingly, these cards actually remind me of the cards in deck 4. So if you pick those cards as well, this is also meant for you. And if you haven't picked those cards, I would encourage you to go back and look at those cards as well. But with these cards, I am definitely getting, you know how to sense things. You may not have that keen intuitive sense, but you could look at signs. You could look at serendipity. You could look at coincidence and synchronicities and symbols and signs in your life that will give you perspective on the big picture. And this, in turn, will allow you to pursue and conquer anything you set your mind to. And that's beautiful because a lot of people don't have that ability. A lot of people want to be able to overcome any obstacles that are on their path and feel like they're back in control or feel like they are in control of their life, of their relationship, of their career, that sort of thing. And they are attracted to you. Those types of people that want control over their self, over their life, to feel like they're complete again, they're attracted to people like you who seem to have it all together. You know what I mean? Like you seem to know what to do. You know what to say at the right moments. You kind of show up at the right moments. And that's what makes you so special, because you almost have this nurturing ability or this nurturing side of you that makes them feel good in your presence. Because I'm feeling like lost souls. When someone is lost, when not just hurt, not just in need of healing, but when they're truly down and out and feel lost, like they have nowhere to go, no way to go, they don't know which way to go. When they're feeling in that state, you kind of show up and give them perspective. You know, you kind of show them the way. Even if you're not purposely doing it or intentionally doing it, you kind of enlighten them and you give them a sense of control again over their issues, over their life, over their problems, you know? You have this ability. And with the big picture, I am getting a sense of nurturing, you know, like you have a healing touch. You have healing words. You have a healing aura that will help others grow and come into their own. You know, like a mother or father figure here as well. So, like I said, take a look at cards 4 because you might get a little bit more insight. I'm getting the same kind of feel here with these cards as I did in cards 4. Beautiful, beautiful cards. So, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. I love connecting with you guys. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you for subscribing and for showing support. I appreciate it. I'll have more videos like this for you soon, and I will see you soon.